The addendum language you just used just created a headache for your buyer. We have a team member right now, and when the buyer went to the house after it had been in contract a couple weeks, they were really disappointed that the grass in the front and the backyard was overgrown, right? The seller had stopped maintaining the exterior yard, and it was very frustrating to them. So they asked their agent to write an addendum to have the yard cleaned up. So the agent did just that, right? They wrote an addendum and said, please clean yard up. Seller to clean yard up. Well, when our team reviewed that language, we thought, this is just too vague and it's going to create a bigger headache down the road because the seller's definition of cleaning up the yard might be different than the buyer's definition of cleaning up the yard. So instead, we had the agent talk to the buyer and they understand exactly what do you define as being cleaned up. Well, it turns out they just defined it as having the front and the backyard mowed right prior to close of escrow. So super simple. We changed the addendum language to seller agrees to mow front and backyard 2 days prior to close of escrow. Problem solved, no longer vague, no longer a headache. Otherwise, we end up with this situation right before close of escrow where buyer and seller are not on the same page because their definitions are different, and now we have this unnecessary headache to deal with. Now, I'm curious, you agents out there, what language would you have used? How would you have handled this? How do you make sure that the language you're using in your contracts and your addendums isn't so vague it creates a big headache for everyone? Drop your thoughts below. As always, follow me for more value.